And welcome back to Panic Butter. Good morning. This is Tony. How are you today? Got some great ones lined up for you. Some creepy, some strange, some mysterious, even some, is that even real? Just like most of them are. You know. Those are the ones. Those are the ones we're here to see. We're going to start it off up in space. Take a peek at NASA. What do you know? When you go out and you look up, what are you looking at? Do you know? Is it real? Well, we'll find out. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. So next time, you'll be right back here with me. Are we ready? Here we go.
It's a sphere. Have we ever seen the other side of it? No. I will let my friend Karen B show you a little demonstration.
When something is round and too far away from you, you cannot say what shape it is. It can be a flat plate, it can be oblate, it can be concave, it can be a sphere. You just can't tell. Here are 4 objects. They all look round, right? But are they all spheres? How would we know? What if I told you that there is only one object that is not spherical? Can you tell what it is? Can you tell me how you knew it? How would we even know the distance? I can tell you that they are 100 feet away and you will believe it, but they can only be a few inches away.
And I can tell you that they are 10 meters in diameter, but they could only be 5 centimeters in diameter. You can never know using your camera.
Please look at them carefully. Here is the only object that is not spherical here. Here it is. I bet you thought it would be another one. But it will blow your mind if I tell you that this second object is also not spherical, and it's flat. And it will blow your mind even more if I tell you that this third object is concave.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same, huh?
But how about this one? This is the only spherical object. We could have an oblate object and you would think it's spherical as well. So looking at something round does not mean it's a sphere. Have you ever seen the moon rotating in the sky? You have always seen one side of it, which makes it impossible for anyone to say the moon is spherical. However, using the word round is correct. A plate is also round. Look at this moon right here. Does it look round? Yes. Does it look like a sphere? Yes. Is it really a sphere? Let's find out. Well, it's not. It's flat. You got tricked again.
That's funny. Everybody's got a theory, huh? It's always good to hear. It's always good to see. See what everybody else has to say. What do you know? They put it together pretty good. Never thought of it like that, huh? I always think, well, there's the other side of it. There's the other side of the moon, the dark side. China's there now. Ha ha. Well. Is that so? Well, we have a lot of questions about that. We sure do. But until then, we're going to look at some more. Where are we going next? We're going to stay. NASA. Here we go.
Did you know that a satellite crashes to the Earth about once a week on average? Before I elaborate on that, let me just show you this illustration of how many satellites are in orbit. Yeah, you've got to believe something like that is happening all around us all the time. Now, first, I want you to ask yourself, how does a satellite that is floating in space in a weightless environment where it's not affected by Earth's gravity, how does a satellite crash back down to Earth if this is the case? Well, I'm about to tell you and show you how and why this is happening.
All right, we're ready.
This is why they are crashing down on average once a week. This is why. You see, all satellites are attached to high altitude balloons, and that is why they fall. For whatever reason, over a period of time, these balloons will lose pressure or will spring a leak and leak out the helium that is in them. Therefore, the satellite crashes down to Earth. It's really that simple, guys. What goes up must come down unless there is a force acting on it to keep it up. And did you know that NASA is the world's leading consumer of helium? Now you see why they are the world's leading consumer of helium. Why do you think all images like this one right here are admittedly fake? Admittedly, they all say artist illustration or artist rendition or artist concept. It's because they're all actually on high altitude balloons in what they call low Earth orbit, which is not in space. And what's even more interesting, if you read this up here, it says NASA is receiving information from the Department of Defense on when the 660, again with the sixes, 660-pound spacecraft is expected to crash back into Earth. So my question is, if NASA's the one that put it up there and NASA's the one controlling it, why are they receiving information from the Department of Defense about when it will crash back down to Earth? I mean, it's their satellite, shouldn't they know? But anyways, I stated this in my previous video, and I'm going to reiterate it. Part of the scientific method is asking questions, and another big part of it is applying rigorous skepticism to what is being observed. So you guys, when they release images like this one, or when you see images like this on the internet, you should apply rigorous skepticism and ask many questions. Even the very best jet the military makes cannot fly into space. Can't be done. This is science fiction, pseudoscience at its best. And this is reality. Whether you like it or not, space travel is science fiction. That's all it is. That's all it's ever been, and that's all it will ever be.
Well, there's a lot to unpack, huh? Another view. Everybody has it. What do you think? Is it true? That's for us to decide. It might take a few videos. We'll just have to keep on asking. Keep on asking and keep on looking. Until then, let's go to Greenland. Is there something there? Really? If there is, it is huge. What am I talking about? Let's find out. Here we go. Off to Greenland. A lot happens there, huh? Sure does. Let's see what's going on now.
Well, now, how many of you know about the object in Greenland? A couple of you, okay. Well, for those of you that don't know, there is a spacecraft that has melted out of the ice in Greenland. As you know, the North Pole has melted completely. You can go from London to Moscow or to Russia by going over the North Pole now. All the ice cap is gone. The last place that has ice on it was Greenland. Greenland had a 18,000-foot ice cap on it. Well, the spacecraft that is anchored in the center of Greenland created the last ice age 50,000 years ago. It's a weather machine. It's 55 miles wide, 300 miles long, and 2 miles high. People that lived in it were called the Mois. You draw a straight line from the spacecraft to the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C., through the Yucatan Peninsula, Great Pyramid, and Mitsubishi, then ends up on Easter Island where the Mois have been dug out of the dirt. The heads on Easter Island? Well, 2 years ago, they finally went ahead and they excavated, and they're all 65 to 85 foot people, full body carvings. And these were the people that lived in the spacecraft that was uncovered that's melting out of the ice in Greenland. So when you think we've been alone, these people have been up there for 50,000 years. The spacecraft is still active after 50,000 years. It has a 200-mile dampening field where no electrons can flow into it. In 1947, a B-52 bomber flew into that pattern, into the dampening field, when trying to fly between Maine and London. As a result of that, they lost power and crashed in Greenland. As they sent in rescue B-52 bombers to rescue them, they hit that same dampening field, but they they veered off. They just ricocheted off of it. And by testing, trying to get to these guys, they were able to bring a circumference and find out that there was an object 200 miles from the center of this field. On the southwest corner of Greenland, there is a small community. It's the only community in the island of Greenland. That community is a military post, CIA, that uses a compressed air generator to operate diesel engines to run a Caterpillar to run back and forth 200 miles from the base to the top in Greenland. A lot of our technology comes from the reverse engineering of the spacecraft. It is still functional and it's still in operation.
Interesting, huh?
So it's pretty important what this thing is. All the nations worldwide are up there with the United Nations, and we're all working together. The point is that we're not alone out here in this universe. Now, how many of you?
Well, I think we're going to need more proof. I think so. More proof. Bring it on. We'll take it. We'll talk about it. We'll look at it. We'll figure out if it's real or not. But don't go out and look up and stand there and try to decide like that. Nope, that's not the way. Keep your eyes peeled, though, and you'll see stuff you didn't expect. You know it. What are we going to see now? These people went out and they looked up. Then they filmed. This was just recently. California, New Mexico. Here we go. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on, and you'll be right back at the beginning with me. Here we go.
First night at the Airbnb my girlfriend and I rented for Memorial Weekend. And as we were outside in the back deck, we noticed this bright light emitting out of thin air in the sky. So, luckily we had our phones on our person and began recording and filming this bright object in the sky. At first I thought it was a rocket, but it didn't have a tail like they normally do. So as it began to slowly pass our direction, the light began to slowly dim and dim. But we did notice that the object looked shaped like a pyramid. And as the light dimmed, the object disappeared into thin air in the sky. I never seen anything like this before.
Interesting. A lot of people saw something like that recently, and photographed, and got it on tape. What do you think it is? Is it the project? You know the one. We'll talk about it soon. Project Bluebeam. But until then, what do you think this is? Do you think it's real? Could it be real? And if it is, well, there's more questions. And there's always a lot of questions. There's just never the right answer. Not the one that you like, not the one you're looking for. So we have to look for another. Just like now. Here we go. Interesting. What do you think it is? Is it real? Was it actually there? Or was it created? That was pretty cool. They got a good shot of it. Definitely a good shot. But it always comes down to, what do you think it was? How many other people saw it? And did they get it on film also? We'll have to dig into it and see. Till then, we're gonna go to Japan. See, are they telling the truth? What do you think? This is strange and this is creepy. This is in somebody else's backyard. And if it's real, it can go ahead and stay there. Okay? Let's see. Here we go.
Look what this man recorded in Japan. What is this that appears as a picture on a stone? What's moving there? What is this humanoid animal? Look, he's got a tail, he's got very short arms and very long legs. What is this? I've seen something like it in my life. Suddenly, this creature stands on the stone, plays on the roof, and then disappears. Let's make an approach to this being. Look at his face. His eyes are very human, and his mouth is very chilling. But why does he move like this? And what does he do there? If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it. It helps me a lot. You know me. My name is Saint Moray, and I welcome you to the new era of the paranormal phenomenon. Good night.
Well, is it a new era or is it the same old trickery? What do you think? Looked pretty cool, huh? Either way. But could it be real? Come on. You never know. Have you ever seen anything like that? You can't really say if it is, unless, well, you know, you have proof it's not. More proof, though, leaning towards the no than the yes. Let's move on. Where are we at next? The Project Bluebeam. Here we go. Well, what do you think so far? Are they real? Is this one real? Is it real? Of course it is.
I can't believe what this former FBI agent just revealed.
What I'm here to tell people is that when Project Bluebeam is used, again, it's not going to be by the United States. It's not going to be by national. It's going to be by global government. They're the ones who are going to use this stuff. And it's going to be not just a bunch of pretty holograms. They're going to be using it for religious figures. They're going to have Jesus in the sky, but it's not just going to be holograms. There's going to be voice-to-skull technology. It's also going to be used. They're going to be able to have these figures speak to every human being on the planet. Imagine the impact of that they're going to be able to see the figure and also hear the figure talking to them. You know, it's amazing. I think that is the particular reason why Jesus said in the Bible, my sheep hear my voice and they will recognize my voice. And I think that was an anticipation of when this operation goes forward. And it's going to go forward in conjunction also with the great fake alien invasion. It's going to go forward with that. And who knows, it's going to be also a sweetener. It's going to be, instead of, we're going to have, maybe 10 or 20 UAPs that have incredible destructive capacity against our cities. But then with Project Bluebeam, they can make those appear like 2 or 3 or 400 UAPs. See, that's what they can do. And also these holograms, we call them holograms because that's the word that we know. But they're gonna probably have the capacity for noise, for sound, for solidity, temporary solidity as well. But then you can say, well, but then that's not a hologram. Well, yeah, it's probably gonna be something that is several steps above a hologram as well. So these are the things that we're facing. And these things are gonna be faced all at once. That's the reason why I try so hard.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, huh? Only thing you really didn't say is monsters. You might see some monsters. Yeah, they left that out, huh? Sticking with the aliens. Gotta keep you looking up so you don't look straight ahead. See what's really going on. Yeah, that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know. Let's see what's happening when you don't look up. Or when you look up to see what's looking down. What's below us? Did something arrive? Or is it what they say? Let's find out. Here's an update. Here's some more information on the blob. Here we go.
Right, everybody, April 25th, 2024, and guess what is back? Let's go to 8 a.m. on the 25th, and we have our wave Antarctica/South Africa anomaly again. I can't wait for Ventusky to come out and say that this is yet another glitch. 83.3 foot waves apparently, and take a look at the shape this thing makes right around our little island down here that we have been talking about non-stop. This isn't some USO or anything like that. This is absolutely some sort of energy pulse, a frequency type weapon, because nothing else would cause this program to think it needs to go into this mode where it's causing a wave pool. Now, I don't know exactly what's going on in this area right now. There could be a storm of some sort, but that's not going to produce 70 to 80 foot waves just like we saw with the anomaly from April, which I can actually go back and show you right now. Watch this. Here's April 9th, and we'll move to 8 and 11 p.m., and it's right here. Still here, not removed by Ventusky. There's another one back in February, so I don't understand how this can be called a glitch anymore. We have something going on between Antarctica and South Africa, and once again, we need more eyes on this. We need an explanation. Something is taking place here that we don't understand and we're not being told about. Anybody can go visit this site, go to ventusky.com and then click on the C tab and then go to significant wave heights. And then all you have to do is go to today, and here we are. This thing is surrounding our island down here that we claimed was the source of that April anomaly. So there you have it, my friends. We are here in this situation again. I would love to hear what they say this time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, pretty cool. That was in April. I wonder what it looks like today. And you know, if there is something there, they're not going to tell you. You'll never find out. You have to find out on your own. Only thing that they'll say, watch out. There's some serious water coming your way. Then you better run. They won't say nothing else, and might not even say that. You know. But for us, let's look back up. See what's up in the sky. Here we go.
I can't focus on it, but what?
Dude, I'm gonna send this to my son.
This was the one that was flying over on the 23rd.
Phoenix, in California
and New Mexico. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my lord, I never thought I would see anything like it.
Oh my god.
This looks pretty similar to the other one, huh?
What in the fuck?
No. I wish I had my son's. It's going away.
It's going away.
It's going.
Yeah, it's going on. It's happening everywhere. You know it is. Pretty cool. Just go out and look up. Every time you look up and point up, you're probably going to see something. Especially if it's a clear night. That's the best time. You can see a lot. Go out, look up. Don't do it while you're driving or walking, you know. Get that stuff on camera yourself. That's what we want. Let's move on. Go back to Arizona, in Tucson. Nonetheless, a lot of crazy stuff happens there all the time. This is probably the same as what we saw earlier in the other videos, because it was just recently. Let's get a look at it. Here we go.
a UFO.
It's a clear sky.
Oh my god. Jeez. If it's an airplane, where's the red light? An airplane doesn't move that fast.
That's fast.
That's freaky. Is it a star? No.
No.
No, everything around it is. It was something in the plane. It was just behind clouds. It's a star!
Nope. Look, the color's gone. It's about to disappear.
Did the light just turn off?
It just turned. It's gone. It's gone. Gone.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, it'll be back. You know it will. A lot of people saw that stuff. Went out, looked up. Around the same time, same day, across the country. What did you see? Did you see anything? Is it happening where you are? On the other side? Down under? Let me know. This next one, what do you think? This is pretty cool if it's real. That's the whole question. Or is it just really good CGI? We'll have to think about this one. You might have to watch it a couple times, pause it, slow it down, look again, or just say, yep, that was cool. Here we go.
This couple found an elf in their backyard. No, that is not conjecture. They spotted a small humanoid wandering around in their backyard and decided to follow it, while recording a video of the encounter that they then posted onto the internet. The mini humanoid managed to escape in the end and ran off.
Yeah, that was pretty strange, huh? Something was there. It moved. You saw it kind of fly away. If you slowed it down and watched, it zipped out of there. It's gone, just like we are. We're all done. If you made it this far, thank you. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on, and you too will be right back at the beginning with me on the next one. Have a great day. Bye.